Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Thursday, the 19th of August, 2021, and we have another New York Times hard Sudoku. Bit of a stressful morning since OBS crashed on me multiple times this morning, and when OBS crashes, I can't just restart it because WebSocket doesn't restart with it, which means I had to restart my machine every single time. But I've only just figured out how to stop the crashing from happening, so a little bit delayed. And of course, just now I forgot to unmute myself as well. So bit of a stressful morning. I hope you're all well, and we're going to tackle today's New York Times hard Sudoku. Now, using Snyder notations. So Snyder notation, for those who don't know, is where I go around the grid and we're going to pencil mark in anything in boxes where there are two candidates exactly. So, for example, I've got two different threes in this box when I scan the threes, but another pair of threes over here. But in this box, I've got four different threes, so I'm not going to pencil mark them in. The goal is to minimize the amount of pencil markings that we do. And yeah, it should be enough for us to solve most of the Sudokus. Anyway, we just noticed that 5 and 6 are locked in the same two cells. Morning, Laszlo. Is this a new Doctor Who video game? I think so. I don't know much about it. I don't know much about the lore of this particular game. At the moment, I'm just getting numbers all over the place, and I think it tells a story. So hopefully we're going to understand it. But I'm not particularly good at lore runs. That's why I'm replaying Soma. So maybe we'll figure this shit out. Anyway, with 5 and 6 locked in place, I was able to place the 1, and that leaves me with 2, 7, and 6. No, not 6. 2, 7, and 4. Okay, 4's in these two cells. So that's a unique triple. Can't do anything with that. I'm not too bad, Laszlo. How is yourself? I was a little bit stressed this morning because OBS kept crashing. And when OBS crashes, it doesn't. When you use WebSocket with OBS, it doesn't just... You can't just restart OBS because the WebSocket port get used up. And I don't know what the process is to actually restart WebSocket, basically. So I kept launching OBS and it kept saying, sorry, the WebSocket is in use, so you can't use WebSocket stuff, which means Touch Portal doesn't work. What else doesn't work? Basically anything that connects to OBS, like my Stream Deck, wouldn't work. And that is a such time. I didn't like the idea of that. I didn't like the thought of that. So I had to restart my computer multiple times. But also, I had to figure out what the hell was causing OBS to crash. And guess what? Guess what was causing it to crash? Because I was in the wrong scene to start, wrong scene collection. And when you use your Stream Deck on OBS on the wrong, when you try to select a scene on the wrong scene collection, it crashes. So that was a bad time. That was a really bad time. Yeah, OBS can be very finicky, definitely. But it does seem to be the most flexible one as well. So it is the one that I've determined to continue using. Anyway, going back to the Sudoku, I think we've done the first round of pencil markings, and I can't actually find anything else that I can pencil mark in based on Snyder notations. So I'm going to do a second scan. So the ones are in those places. Yeah, there are more than 2 positions for the ones everywhere I look. 2s, 3s. 3s are locked in there. And up here somewhere, 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7. 7s are not useful. 3s. Frees are locked in those cells. 4 locked up here. Locked in there. Yeah, there really isn't. Oh, hang on. Hang on. This can't be a 4. So actually, we've sold a 2, 4, and 7. Unbelievable. Can't believe I missed that. So that was me just completely ignoring the fact that this cell could actually see a 4. And the reason I knew the 7s were locked in here was because the 7s were blocked from these 2 cells. So the 4 and 7 in place, we know this is the 2 and this is not 5, this is the 8 because 2 can't go there. And it was 2 and 8 remaining. Okay, so it gives me a pair of 2s there, 4s are up there, 8s are over here. Anything else? Anything else? Yes, let's extend the 8s. We've got another pair of 8s over there. How are things with you anyway? Any news from the world of Laszlo? Oh, 2s are over here as well. So let's pencil mark those in. 2, 2, 2, 2s are over here. I think that's all the 2s. And the 4s. Okay, so let's move on. What else have we got? 3, 4, 3, 4, 7, and 8 here. So, too tired to think right now. I'm too tired to think as well because I keep staying up late because I don't know if they're here. Because, as mentioned last night, that he does see my Sudoku streams in the mornings, and they're two fun companies, and I end up every time I hang out with them in voice chat on Discord, I end up staying up really late. I end up forgetting that I need to go to bed, and I get really tired the next morning, which is what I'm feeling right now. Can I do more with the pencil markings? Can't see anything with the 1s. Can I see anything with the 2s? Hang on, was I looking at this quadruple? 3, 4, 7, and 8. I've got 4, so that's 3, 7. Got 3, 4, so that's 7 and 8. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. Sag time. I actually like being here. Your voice relaxes me and helps me fall asleep. Very gentle voice. Plus, I got to learn Sudoku techniques. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, the two things are contradictory, and the fact that you want to learn Sudoku techniques and you're falling asleep, that's not a good combo, I had to say. So it's good to know that I never went into teaching because I knew I was just too socially anxious and too shy and socially anxious to actually become a teacher in person anyway. So I gave up the dream of becoming a teacher because I think teaching is one of the noble professions basically, and I wanted to be able to do it. But when I realized I wasn't able to do it, rather than doing it anyway, I decided actually, no, if I do it, then kids are not going to learn properly, and I'll actually be a detriment to the system. Therefore, I shouldn't become a teacher. So I didn't look into teaching, basically. That was a very long-winded story to explain that I didn't become a teacher. One can only dream. One can only dream. As for news, dealing with a lot of health issues. Oh no! We don't want... Okay. Let's think about numbers instead. That just reminded me. So these guys I've been hanging out with, they're part of... they're kind of like friends of Guide to Backseating. Just going to ping you a link. And they've been doing a lot of art streams and have Gartic phones. So ended up like...
Panic is apparently a ghost in Wiz's mind.
So, Wiz, when you panic, do ghosts just appear?
Oh, because my headphones are not connected.
To draw panic on Darth Vader's face
without using a ghost. That would have been step 1.
I have no recollection of... I think that's when we That's when we created Inception, the idea of like ghosts being panic attacked. And since then, we've constantly used it. Have you played Karthik Pong? I actually think you'll be a good teacher. It's easy to stay focused when you talk. You do explain. Oh, thank you. But the whole like making people fall asleep. Oh yeah, that's what got me started on the whole thing. Making people fall asleep. Not a good combo. Okay, I think I've exhausted all the possible pencil markings that I can do, and also I can actually hear myself now. So I should have noticed that my headphones weren't plugged in. Okay, so this is a dreadful moment because I'm realizing that we haven't got the pencil markings that we need to solve this puzzle. What I can tell is that 5 and 6 can't go in there, but they can go in here somewhere. So 9 is a weak number, but it doesn't do anything for us. 5 and 6, not useful in this direction. 4 and 7, not useful in that direction. Not useful in that direction. 5 and 6 can't go there, but that's not useful. Can go down there. 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. 8 can only go in these two positions, and 2 can only go in these two positions. No, that's not useful. Because 2 and 8 can't go up here. But it doesn't help us at all. God damn it. But hang on a sec. I bet there's a naked single here somewhere that I'm not seeing. It could be a naked 9, actually. 5 and 6. I'm just trying out a technique, by the way. But no, I can't do anything with that. So I'm going to move on, and we're going to try and explore the weak areas. I bet this is one of those days where we haven't got many weak areas, actually. We've only got one weak area, which is the quadruple here. Everywhere else is quite open. And at best, I can say this is a weak area. But it's not very weak. And I don't think it connects with the quadruple there. So this is a very, very precarious time. Gartic is hilarious. No, you don't make me fall asleep. I'm already sleepy, but have lots of anxiety. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad my voice does serve some purpose. I've always hated my voice. When I hear my voice, I just hate it in general, and so I'm glad. Like, I have had lots of people tell me that they like my voice, and it is helpful. It is helpful to kind of like think maybe my voice is not the worst. I mean, it's not great it's not very feminine, but I don't think I can do much about that for the time being. Anyway, 3, 4, 7, and 8 here, right? So I'm saying this is 7 and 8 because I've got 3 and 4. Okay. Are the 7s and 8s locked in this box? No, they're not. Because 7s can go in these cells and 8s can go in these cells. So it's not very useful. I'm more interested in this row, actually. 1, 2, 4, 6. What the hell? Where do we go with this puzzle? I'm even looking at the 9s and I'm not getting anything out of them. Have I definitely not missed something glaringly obvious? I'm gonna have to look at the... What is it called? Triple, quadruple, quintuplet. I need to look at the quintuplets. Like for real, I'm not shrimping. What? Oh, are you avoiding to use the words that Twitch has an issue with? Because for some reason Twitch has some policy against the word simping, and it's just like, that's stupid. That's stupid. It depends on context. Okay, I've got 3 there, but no 4. And naturally there'll be no 9s either. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 4 and 9. Is that useful? No, because unless I can get another 4 and 9. So 1, 3, and 5. If I can find 1, 3, and 5. No, I've got 1 and 5. Damn it! Can't do anything with this. So I'm going to try a new technique. So let's see. I'm going to focus on the rows that are slightly weak. So like this is a quintuplet. So if I'm going to look at the row, I've got 1, 5, 6, and 8. I need to focus on the columns that have the same numbers. So, and we haven't got any columns with the same numbers by the look of it. But I do know the 7s are locked in these 2 cells. Because what I'm looking for are like pairs and triples. But I need some commonalities. So I've got none down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is another quintuplet. Are there any columns with similar numbers? I don't think so. No, I can't see anything at all. Should I have been focusing on the columns instead? Yeah, let's focus on the columns instead. So, was I looking at this column? Yeah, I was looking at this column and I'm looking for, so I've got 2, 6, 7, and 8. I've got 1, 5, 6, 8, 1, 5, 1, 5, but I'm missing a 5 here on this row. So I don't think there's a triple anywhere. Sorry, I'm really concentrating. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Have I got commonality with the remaining? I've got 7 and 8 on these 2 cells, but that's not useful because I've got 7 and 8 here. Got 7 here. I'm going 8 here. So unless there's a 7, 8 something triple. Okay, maybe I just need to expand to be able to look at quintuplets. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically. They're all going to have 9s. So that's a bad start. So I think 5 and 6 are important. So 5s can't go in these cells, so this can be a 5. And 6 can't go in those cells, but it can go here. I already think that's useless. It's very neutral and that's okay. You have a motherly voice. I mean, I am old. I am 41, so... okay, my new technique is not working at all because I'm not getting anything out of it. Unless I haven't scanned all the correct columns. So this only has 3... No, hold on. What about this one? 2, 4, 5, and 8. There's no point in looking at the 9. 2, 4, 5, and 8. And I think the remaining cells... Oh, I've already got a 4, so 4s are useless. 3s can't go there. Okay, we're gonna do a bit of learning session. I can't see what to do on this puzzle. I'm really annoyed. I can't see anything. And it's too early for us to have the pencil mark in everything. There is just simply too many things to pencil mark in. So I want to quickly turn on auto candidate mode to see if there's actually something I'm missing. Okay, we have a naked 9 here. So realistically, how could we have spotted this naked 9? Which I think would break open everything. It's the fact that 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all restricted. I didn't see that. 5 and 6 couldn't have gone up here, and I've got 7 and 8. So I think I need to expand my techniques to look at quintuplets. Because if I did properly look at a quintuplet, I think I should have noticed, hang on, 5, 6, 7, and 8 couldn't go in there. So we're going to skip forward. There's a 9 there. How does that change things? Does that change things at all with that 9? That leaves me 2, 3, 4, and 7. Hold on. I know 3s and 4s are over there now. Oh my god. Okay. How did I miss this? There's a triple in this box already. 3 and 4 are locked in these cells. Because I've got 3 and 4 looking overseeing these cells. So when I was scanning the numbers, I missed the fact that because they're triples, I didn't the 2 of them have been triples, I missed it. So you're 37. Yeah, you're just a child. You're just a teenager basically if you're 37. That's how my brain works. So that gives me 7 and 9, which means I've got another 7 over here and a pair of 7s over there. I don't think the 9s are going to be very useful right now. But with the 2, 3, 4 triple, I now have a quadruple here. I also have a triple here, which is... Hold on. Yeah, that can't be a 7 anymore. So I actually opened up this 7 without realizing it. So these are 5, 6, and 8. Got a 5 there. That's not very useful, actually. 6s can go in these... No, 5s can go in these cells. 6s can go everywhere. This is 5, 6, and 5, 6, and 9, basically. So basically, 9s are locked in these 2 cells. And then 5 and 6 are kind of like all over the place. We might as well pencil mark those in because it's not cluttering the board too much. And at least these are now finished with the pencil markings. Okay. So what do we do now? Can we do more with these numbers? 8, nope. 2, 2, 2, 2, nope. 3, 4. Pardon me. 2, 4, 7, 1. Oh my god, have we exhausted already? Have we exhausted our options already? I can now see 1 and 3 are locked in 3 cells. Is there a third number? I don't think there is. Okay. I'm feeling a bit anxious that we are going to continue struggling with this puzzle. Okay, we've got 2, 3, 4, and 9 quadruple there. I don't think that's useful. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5. 6 can't go in there. Where's my water? There it is. That really isn't that useful. Because 3 and 4 are quite free to... Oh, hang on. I've got a pair of 4s over here. I missed it, that. Which opens up the 6. Which means... the 6 is now locked in these 4 cells. Not super useful. I also have a triple here, which are 1, 1, 3. So 1's appointed. Oh, that opens up the 1. Which opens up another 1 and 3. Which opens up a pair of 1s over there. Okay, now we rewind back to the 3. What impact does that have on the 3? We've got a pair of 3s down there. And that seems to be it. But it does lock the 3 out of this cell. So 3 and 6 are locked out of these on the quadruple. What else am I missing? 2 and 9. Okay, 2 can't go in there either. So this cell can't be after 2, 3, 5, and 6. No, hold on. 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9. I've got 1, I've got 2, I've got 3, I've got 4. I'm missing a 5. Shit. So this is 5 and 9, actually. God damn it. Never mind then. Yeah, I thought that was a naked single now. But it is not. And if it isn't, we move up. 3, 4, and 5 here. Not useful. Did we place a 6 just now? Does that give us anything? Not that I can see. 4 and 5, no use there, but that leaves us another quintuplet. Oh, is anything happening here now? probably not. This is 3, 4, 7, and 8. 3, 7, and 4 are there, so that must be a naked 8. With that, we can finish up the 8, 1, and 2 over there, leaving me with a pair of 9s and 6. 6 and 9. Nice. I really want to do a bingo thing at some point where I will write a bot that allows you guys to... So yeah, that collapses the entire box incidentally. That's good. Like, people can run a bot command and get a bingo sheet that you can look at. And then you can basically play bingo with my Sudoku stroke crossword session, basically. This must be a 6 now, because that can't be a 6, which means the remaining number is a 5. So what I may do is, I don't know if I need to code it all by myself. I don't know if there's already something out there, like some sort of a bingo generator. Yeah, I'm sure there may be. But what I need to do is for my bot to grab the bingo sheet. And then I think the idea is that in the commands, you guys can kind of like say whether something is done or not. A condition has been met. So like if Oreo exists in the mini crossword, then... Sorry, I'm not really explaining the puzzle too much, but I think it should be fairly obvious what I'm doing now. I'm just following the numbers. Just follow the numbers and then you'll find the treasure. But yeah, what was I talking about? With the bingo sheets. Yeah, maybe people can like use commands and then they can unlock things basically. This is now a 9 because I've got the 5 now and it was a 5 and 9. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So yeah, that's a naked 9 indeed. Because if I were to do the bingo idea, I want to make sure I do it right and that no one can cheat, basically. I hate cheaters. So actually check and make sure that you are actually winning. I've got 4 and 9 there and 3, 4, and 9 on this. So this is 4 and 9. Does a 3 do anything for us? Oh my god. It still doesn't open up the 3s. Unbelievable. But I've got a 3 over... Oh my god. I've got a 3 over there. Opens up the 7. So also, a while back, it looks like the 1 was opened. So, is that all the 1s? All the 1s are done. 2, 3... 6, 6 and 9. Unfortunately, it's now opened up. This is a 3, which means 3s are now pointed there, which is not actually that useful. 2, 4, and 9. Okay. I guess that means the 9s go in there. Not very useful. 4, 5, 9, and 8. Oh, wow. We still haven't done the 8s yet. We still don't know where the 8 goes. Interesting. What are these? 2s and... Hold on. These are 2s and 6s, which mean... Oh, hang on. This is a 6. This is a 2. And it means this is a 9. And with the 9 in place... We can't do anything with that. God damn it. What are we left with? 2, 3, and 8. 2, 4, and 9. Seriously? 3 and 4. None of those actually resolve. Do I really need to pencil... Oh, hang on. This can't be right. The 5 unlocks the 5, 8, 7, and 4. So actually, this is a 4. 4, 9, 2. Oh, sorry. I didn't mute in time because I literally just forgot that I can mute. Morning, Hagabaka. How are you? Hold on a sec. Just gonna do something. Just gonna move myself a little bit. Yeah, that does the trick, doesn't it? Maybe that should be my webcam setup. How are you, Hagabaka? Wow, I struggled with today's Sudoku. There was a naked 9 that was really hard to spot. It's really hard to spot because the 9 was weak and it was naked somewhere. And I figured that might be the case as well. Oh, also my YouTube outro. So anyone on YouTube, thank you for watching. Apologies if it took so long, half an hour to solve that, and I had a delay start as well. If you find it useful, please leave a like below. If you didn't, just it's fine. But you can also subscribe to me, and I will come into your house personally to do your Sudokus every day. So only the New York Times ones. And yeah, hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye now.